Assalamu alaikum, welcome back to Hilaal Live. Thanks for watching us on channel 347 and on our live stream www.hilaal.tv. Now, we're chatting to Shafiek Sedick, who has an organization and is part of an organization that provides sustenance during Eid. And if you'd like to get involved, we have a WhatsApp line that you could send us a WhatsApp, and we could possibly pass on your details to Shafiek and see how you can contribute. Alternatively, we'll give out some details as well. WhatsApp 07908525111. 07908525111. Shafiek, thanks once again for coming into studio, and shukran for always being there for our community, because that's exactly what we need. More projects like yourself would alleviate some of the struggles that our communities face.
Inshallah.
And I like that you don't just specify that it's only Muslims. It's for everybody that's in dire need. We all know we work in the communities, we see it every day, we live in our communities as well. You can't do this, and you have partnered with some wonderful people that have just reached out to you, that have helped you. What are some of the other partners that you have on board that you would like to mention?
Well, Spice Maker, we've been there the weekend.
Yes.
Mr. Sharif Abbas, amazing, and they love this type of concepts.
Brilliant.
They always want to get on board. Chikro,
okay,
in Grassy Park, and we, some of our ingredients come from our local brokers.
Lovely.
Our guys that sell fruit and veg, and
Stunning.
they would come from Saldanha Bay, and they'll say, right, we're offering you X amount of bags of potatoes, and you get the rest. And I'll say, no, you get the rest.
Gotcha.
I'll buy it from you.
Brilliant.
So when it comes to, the dishing part and the feeding of the actual people, I don't do that. I can't. It's extremely difficult. I've had occasions where you would dish a punnet of food and hand it to a little one standing in front of you. And as you dish the second punnet, that little one is still standing there eating that food right there in front of you. It's very difficult. But alhamdulillah, it's been amazing. We generally distribute the pots, and it goes to organizations, it goes to mosques, all mosques in the southern suburbs, basically.
Yeah.
We see too.
Okay. Before we get to the distribution of the pots, and I'm sure it must be so difficult to leave anyone out or omit for whatever reason as well. What's this year's plans look like? Last year you had 89 pots. Are you hoping to expand that? Are you on track for another 89 or more, inshallah?
I won't say I'm hoping, but it does.
Okay.
It increases yearly, and I've already been approached by organizations and asking, so if we do our bit during the month of Ramadan, can we depend on you for the day of Eid? And I said, by all means.
Right.
So we're looking at 100 liter pots of food.
Inshallah.
We are the second biggest organization that cooks the night before Eid. Alhamdulillah. Not many people know about it, but it's okay. Keep it calm, keep it easy. But everybody comes on board in their little bits.
Gotcha. Yeah, look, it's very admirable that you would like to, do a project like this, because like you said, it can be very draining, it can be very emotional as well. So let's look logistics this year. 100 pots, what are the areas? How far do you actually deliver the food?
Okay, so deliveries would go Mitchell's Plain, the Grassy Park, Lotus River, those areas, Hout Bay, Ocean View.
Hout Bay.
Yeah.
Wow.
We have Goodwood Prison.
Right.
Yeah, so Maulana Tawfiq, the assistant, Maulana Ismail Tawfiq of Parkwood Masjid.
Parkwood. Oh, yes. Maulana Tawfiq. Amazing guy.
Yeah, he's involved at Goodwood Prison.
Yeah, I think they do the educational processes.
Correct. So he gets his pot of food regularly.
Nice.
Hanover Park, all over.
Right.
All over. And then there's a couple of pots of food that goes to people's homes.
Okay.
And before I forget, Zakira has a creche for special needs, autism kids in Pelican Park. Wow, what an amazing young lady. And she does a bit in the month of Ramadan, and I sort her out for the day of Eid, alhamdulillah. And she gets her 2 pots. And, at the end of the day, we try not to miss someone.
Of course.
And there comes a time that I need to actually say to you, I'm sorry, I can only give you 1 pot.
Right.
because I need to take that other pot and send it somewhere else.
Gotcha.
People understand, as long as everybody can get a little bit.
Yeah. That 100-litre pot, how many punnets do you get from that?
About 250, 280 punnets. And the logistics behind it is because the pots increase, your team needs to increase.
Of course.
Volunteers need to increase.
Yeah.
So the process is starting early morning with cleaning and potatoes, onions and all of that, prepping the pots. And then, of course, hoping that everybody will pitch off the Maghrib.
Of course.
That is the one thing. The other thing is that the numbers and the amounts within your ingredients, that increases tremendously.
Okay.
Like I said, we want to feed the day of Eid, and it's not a showpiece, but we want to give something that we eat.
Of course. The plans for this year, what do you need? How can our audience, how can our viewers come on board to assist you? And we're going to put the WhatsApp line back on screen if you'd like to send a WhatsApp, if you'd like to contribute to Shafiek and his team for this year's project, feeding.
Okay, so because we are not a registered organization, I would most of the times ask people to pay in whatever monies they have directly to the item that they want to contribute towards.
Okay.
So if it's rice, I will say to them, right, Luqmaan is in charge of rice, sort that out with him. It makes my task easier.
Of course.
And we also have ulama that is on board.
Okay.
Right, so they will come the night, they will do the takbirs. My uncle Fahmi is an amazing guy. He will come, he will do the takbirs and du'as are made and so on. And everybody stands around. We had a link up with our Australian people as well.
Lovely.
It was amazing. And that is as far as where we get our donations from.
Fantastic.
All over the world. Alhamdulillah. So if anyone wants to get on board, you know, whether they take one item or an ingredient and say, look, I will do half or whatever their contribution is, all they need is to contact us. We've got a few guys that they'll see on the contact list, you know, their numbers are in there. So at the end of the day, it's not a Shafiek thing.
Right.
It's
But
everybody.
if people want to get hold of you, Shafiek,
Yes.
can we give them your number?
Absolutely.
Okay, would you like to give our viewers your number?
Yeah, my number is 082 967 0867.
Okay, one more time, 082.
082 967 0867.
Brilliant. And they can get hold of you directly and then contribute where they can as well.
Inshallah.
Also, the volunteers that would like to volunteer their services,
Yes.
their expertise, they're welcome to do that as well.
Absolutely. You know, look, man, cooking that amount of pots of food in the open, on fire, it's a daunting task.
Of course.
Walking through those rows of fires is it's very hard.
Okay.
I can put it that way.
Yeah,
That's
I got
not
involved
that
in a couple. I got involved in a couple of projects over the years, and then yes, and a person doesn't even lose weight in the process as well. Yeah,
You come with all sorts of clothing and you find that you'll get undressed.
of course.
So volunteers are always welcome.
Okay.
And I would also advise them as to what to wear.
Where would you like this project to go? How far are you hoping to push this project?
I don't think that I've had any vision of that, but it's actually just taken off differently. Whereby people that were involved in the past, they are now cooking their own food.
Nice.
So it's 10 pots in a certain area, 15 in another area, and it's all because they've got their own little clique and they decided to. So much so that when we have ingredients left over, I'll distribute it.
Right.
I'll send it to a place and they'll cook their own food.
Nice.
So it just basically panned out on its own.
Okay. For those that would like to also venture into a project like this, what advice do you have for them?
Okay, firstly, we have had a program like this, a Muharram program. We cooked a couple of pots of food, but it was definitely on a smaller scale.
Right.
And the only thing was, do you have the premises? Big enough premises? Then we're more than happy to come and do the project there. It's at your place, you're the owner, you take ownership, we'll bring everything. So at the end of the day, it's all about, if we need to go bigger and we have the support of everybody. And you know, I'll take this opportunity to thank the world. I won't do justice if I have to thank individuals and small businesses and so on. for coming on board. But if we need to go bigger, I know the team is ready for it.
Inshallah, inshallah. You can contribute directly to Shafiek and his organization. If you want to give that number one more time, Shafiek.
It's 082 967 0867.
Brilliant. Or you can WhatsApp us and we'll pass your details on to Shafiek and his team as well. Lastly, we want to wish you all the best. Jazakallah for being there for our community, for being the pillar that our community needs, especially during a time like Eid, where we wouldn't want to go hungry and we wouldn't like anyone else to go hungry as well. And may all your future projects go from strength to strength, inshallah.
Shukran for having me.
My pleasure, absolute pleasure. My very good friend, Shafiek Sedick, I don't call him a friend anymore, he's a brother, more like a brother to me. And the work that him and his team does, it's absolutely amazing. And we want to encourage other families, other organizations to also start something like this, even if it's just one pot. And inshallah, may it grow to many pots over the next years as well. You're still watching Hilaal Live. Thanks for joining us on Channel 347.